Hey everybody, it's Jim with Triple J Bricks. Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be my first ever sort of showcase of my very first MOC. It's not technically my first MOC. I've built like small variations. Like I built my Lego Pug that sits on my desk, and I've built like a small variation of my logo before, but nothing really sort of intensive or a little bit bigger. And so I'm a little nervous to show you all because, it's something that I made, right? It's not like a Lego set that was designed and created by somebody else. This is something that I built out of my brain. And so, it's always a little nerve-wracking when you show off some of your stuff. But at the same time, I'm pretty happy with what I built, and it's just for fun, and it was a learning experience, and the goal of it is to help me be a better MOC builder. And so something that's been in my head for a very, very long time was to build a house out of Lego in one color. And it's always been yellow. In my head, it was always yellow. One, yellow is a very classic Lego color, and two, it was something that there's a lot of different parts in yellow. And so I thought it would kind of be fun to just build everything out of one color. And so that's what I did. I built a yellow house, and I'm pretty proud of it. So before we take a look at it, I wanted to just I just wanted to quick tell you sort of my reasoning behind it. One, it put me in a little bit of a creative box. I like to have some creative constraints sometimes with stuff, and especially starting out, I thought it would be easiest to give myself a little bit of a constraint rather than saying, okay, here's a completely blank slate, go build something. That was a little daunting to me, and so I wanted to, here's every color imaginable, right? Here's every part that you have in your inventory, go. That felt a little bit more daunting to me. And so while I really, really wanted to start doing castle MOCs and doing that whole stuff, I thought this would be kind of a first little jump start to that. And and so the part constraint thing, it was kind of nice to be able to go through all of my sort of new inventory and how it's all set up and just open drawers and just start pulling yellow parts, right? It allowed me to just say, oh, this is yellow. That's kind of fun. I could probably, put this in there or whatever. And so it allowed me to kind of go through all my drawers, pull yellow parts, and just see what I could make with it. And so I think that also kind of sped up the process a little bit too, because it allowed me to use things in a very fun way. But obviously it gave me some constraints because for some things I have plenty of yellow parts, but then there were some other things where I was like, ooh, I could use a few more yellow parts. But I'm pretty impressed with what I was able to pull together simply from just all of the bulk Lego and my old Lego collection that I had. I was able to make a completely yellow house, and quite honestly, I probably could have made a bigger one, but I thought before I go too big, let's just try this, see how it goes, see how it feels. If I get the itch to do it again or make something bigger, maybe I will make it a little bit bigger, but I decided to just go for a smaller scale. So without further ado, let's take a look at it. My yellow house, and I'm really happy with it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure how I feel about the roof. The roof, I kind of went off the rails just a little bit, but overall, I kind of wanted to really use these construction sort of like crossing arm things. And And let's just kind of pretend all of this is glass. But I kind of wanted to use that, and so I was really kind of hell-bent on using it, and so I was able to figure out how to do it. Now, the only parts in here, and you may be able to see it, but the only parts in here that are not yellow are those hinge pieces that are keeping these up. And the reason that the bottom part of the hinge is yellow, but the tops are black, because I didn't have black tops for those hinges. So those are the only two black elements. I tried to cover it up a little bit by using this like curved slope on here, but yeah, the roof leaves something to be desired. I think because I decided to go for using this yellow part, I think I sort of, I don't know, made it more difficult for myself, and then it ended up being over-engineered. But I don't know. In the end, I think it still kind of creates a nice little profile, and I think it kind of goes with this. There's a sort of wackiness to it, and that was kind of one of the things I wanted to do. I almost wanted it to sort of feel a little fantastical, a little Willy Wonka-esque, a little quirky, right? And so that's what I did. So we have my little yellow figure here. I had one totally yellow torso in my inventory and one pair of yellow legs that didn't have like the black element in it. I only had one of those, so this is my only complete yellow minifigure. But yes, we have the front here with the fences, a little yellow frog, some flowers. We have his bike here. I guess the tires on this bike are black, but as far as I'm aware, for these types of bikes, they don't make yellow versions of those. But yeah, so I just wanted to like build a bunch of just weird pieces to sort of use. I put in some bunch of snot bricks to sort of greeble the side of the house with different things, and on the back, and yeah, basically just pulled a bunch of yellow elements and sort of built the walls using those elements. He does have a little window here that he can see out of as well, and we'll take a look at the inside in a second here. One of the things I'm kind of proud of is this little bar here. That's kind of hard to see maybe. This comes out because I didn't have a way to get this fence in with having a big corner wall here. And so what I did was I actually put a clip down here, and then I have one of those plunger bars going up, and it's connected to like a faucet element. And so these aren't even actually connected, but they kind of create a nice, I don't know, little, I guess they kind of create like a nice little way that they look like they're connected, I guess. I don't know, little things like that that you just kind of nerd out about with your builds like this. But yeah, so this is his house. Let's take a look on the inside. I did make the roof removable. Let's see if I can do this with one hand, and I can. So on the inside here, I turned on another light here so we can kind of see a little bit better. The yellow is kind of tricky, and I am still figuring out how to like film stuff in here. I basically just like slid over the Viking Village, and I had this turntable that I picked up a little while ago, but I'm just kind of figuring out how to, you know, shoot stuff in this space, because I don't know, the space constraints, and I got a light right here, but still trying to figure out that kind of thing. So bear with me on this this showcase here. But anyway, on the inside, we have a little picture frame with a flower coming out of it, which is just a square plate with a hole in it. And then he's got a little table here with a couple chairs, a little sink with like a weird kind of faucet thing. And then let's see if I spin this. There we go. We have a little towel bar there. And then he's got a little plant hanging. And then I decided to use these like engine parts and put those together. And I envisioned that as maybe his jetpack. I don't know why he has a jetpack, but you know, why not? Why can't he have a jetpack? And then I just have this like sign with like a bar element in the corner. And then, yeah, on the table, a couple cups and a banana. And what I like about this is if you open the door, I really like this little table that I made. I just thought it was kind of cool. I don't know if it's going to like focus on it, but it's just a couple different yellow elements with some like wedge plates for the top. And yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's fun. It's whimsical. It's different. I don't know, it's kind of eye-catching, it's weird, it's all of those things, and this is pretty much what I envisioned kind of when I was putting this idea together in my head, was just wanted this weird, kind of greebled house, just kind of celebrating, like, Lego, I guess, right? Celebrating all the different kind of elements that there are, and just kind of, I don't know, almost like a little homage, I guess, to Lego, and I thought it'd be kind of a great way to kind of kickstart my first sort of MOC build. And, you know, things like this, I don't know, like these are things that I think I'll maybe want to do more of. I had a really fun time building it, and I think that's what counts, right? That's what matters. That's what Lego's all about, right? Now we have a little yellow Lego house, so I'll have to put this on a shelf or something somewhere. I'm not really sure yet, but yeah, it's gonna need a home, and it's kind of cool to be able to like make this video to kind of commemorate like my first ever MOC build. I had thought about filming the build process, and I think that probably would have been pretty helpful, or maybe to like stop at different points while building it to kind of talk about like my process or how I'm doing something or why I chose to do something a certain way. But every time I thought about doing that, the reality is I didn't really know how this was going to go. I had never really built anything before that didn't have an instruction manual, or at least as an adult. And so I didn't really know how to film it. I didn't really know how it was gonna, like, I didn't know how much time I was gonna have, right? So basically this probably took me about 6 or 7 hours all in total to put together. So I just didn't know how that cadence was going to go or how the footage was going to be. And so for this first one, I decided, you know what, I started to build it and I was like, let's just finish it. And then we'll just kind of see how, you know, what you all think of it. Maybe you're like, this is not the videos that are interesting to me, but this is like, you know, the whole thing of my Lego journey. And so it's part of it. So I want to share it. And so I don't know, maybe it'll inspire some people to build their own MOCs. And I had a lot of fun. And that's what matters. So let me know what you think down in the comment section. I'd love to hear it. Whether you love it, hate it, hopefully, you know, let me know if it inspires you to do some of your own stuff. And yeah, everybody, thank you so much for coming with me in this video and letting me showcase my first MOC creation. It's really cool. I'm just really amped about it, and thank you for letting me share it with you. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you have not. We have so many more like builds to go. We have sets to take a look at. Always more organization, cleaning videos. You guys let me know what you're into, what you're looking for. I would be happy to have more ideas, but we have tons of stuff to do, so there's no shortage of videos, that's for sure. Thank you again, everybody, for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. And remember, until next time, keep on building. Jim out!